So I would say that one learning for me, pretty eye-opening, living and working in the field my entire career at GE. I knew people, but I didn't know enough people. Okay, and this is very much a people-based company. And some of the best advice I got was to go get to know 10 new people in a year and get to know them well. Because when time comes to transition and move, obviously we have this succession planning, but there are opportunities and you just have no idea. It's like outside of your circle of knowledge, like you just wouldn't know about these things that are happening. And so the more connected that you are, the better. So, you know, naturally get really good at networking.
And I'd say, make sure you're bringing everybody else up. Bring people up with you. Don't forget about the people. There's a lot of people out there that kind of get lost in the minutia. And we are supposed to be there to help them move up. So that's my learning. I mean, I've been helped tremendously. So don't forget about people.
I think those last three comments are great. If I were to add one thing, it would be work hard. I mean, just really work hard. So it's maybe cliche, but it doesn't happen all the time. You can absolutely distinguish yourself by working hard. And if there's ever time to be doing that hard work, it's absolutely when you're in a new role. You know, maybe you have a new boss, you're in a new position, because that's when your reputation's being set. So make sure that you're working hard and your career progression is really not limited by, you know, how hard you're working, because that's the effort thing, and you can easily change that.
You know, I echo that point. I mean, it sounds, Keith's point, cliche-ish, but that's something that you can control. There's going to be people that are smarter than you, but they may not outwork you. And sometimes people notice that thing. I remember coming up in my career, I remember my boss making comments that I was sending emails out at 10, 11 o'clock at night, midnight. They were watching that. Now today, I don't do that as much. You know why? Because if I send an email to my team at midnight, they feel obligated to respond to that. So when you start thinking about their work-life balance, right, now you as a leader has just really interrupted that, and everybody works hard enough, but those are the things you need to be cognizant of. The other point I'd make is that don't measure your career on someone else's journey. And that's one that everybody seems to lose sight of, and we particularly do it at GE. Boy, when you're 24 months in a job and someone's not called you about a new job, you're thinking, am I off the fast track? What just happened, right? And so I like simplicity, and for me, success is just when opportunity equals preparation. However you define success, it really comes down to that equation, opportunity and preparation. And because you don't know when that opportunity is going to show up, then you should always be prepared. And you guys all had conversations with people that weren't prepared to have that conversation. Whether it was your kids, your in-laws, pick somebody, you've seen someone not prepared. And it's probably even more frustrating when they're not prepared and they're trying to convince you that they are. That's just something that, if you just think about that equation, I think it'll be important.